There was definitely some macaroni put into a pot to make this video. Hello everybody, it's Emery48 here. In today's video, we are going back into the journey to find the best mac and cheese that I can get my hands on. So, we're back in the grocery store realm. We haven't left the grocery store realm, but now we're steering away from the microwave aisle. And in this episode, we're featuring the boxed mac and cheeses and frozen mac and cheeses. Because I'm assuming there's going to be some mac and cheese in the frozen aisles. But today, we're starting with the boxed version of the winner from the first video, hoping that the boxed version is going to be higher quality than a microwavable cup. So we have the Flamin Hot Cheetos mac and cheese to start. It is bright, and it is got a strong scent to it. It's still got that kick to it. But I honestly don't think there's as much flavor in the boxed mac and cheese as the cup mac and cheese, which is odd and not expected. So as of right now, the cup mac and cheese is still the top thing to get. This is going to be below it, so it's not really even going to make our ranking at this point. We'll see what's going on in the next clip. Alright, today we have the Cabot sharp cheddar mac and cheese, which I'll show now. Looks like this. That was the box, obviously, you tell by the picture. But Cabot is actually the brand that made me want to go with just plain mac and cheese, because I've had Cabot mac and cheese before, but not their plain one. I've had their bacon mac and cheese, and the bacon was so fake flavored. There was no bacon bits in it. It was just bacon flavoring in the cheese packet, and it tasted awful. Now, I haven't tried this yet, but the whole point was my reason for not liking that mac and cheese was because of the fake bacon flavor, and that won't be in this bowl because this is just plain mac and cheese. So that eliminates one point of issue where they can all be the same. I can judge them more evenly. So we'll give this one a try. And it is a lot better without that fake bacon. The cheese, I really like the cheese in this. It doesn't taste fake. The noodles, I'm normally not a big shell guy, but it's nice small shells, so you can still get a bunch in your spoon. This is definitely the best mac and cheese I've had so far in this series. And it only comes in the second boxed mac and cheese, so I'm excited to see where the other mac and cheeses take us. But this one is very good, and it's lighter in color of sauce, in calories, which is nice. It didn't have nearly as much milk or butter as most boxed mac and cheeses I've made it in the past. Which did worry me in the terms of very little milk. It's less than a quarter cup of milk, but it was very creamy. Even in the pan, there was still leftover, like, sauce, milky sauce that I left behind. Overall, though, good mac and cheese. Right now, on the top of the list, followed by the two spicy Cheeto mac and cheeses. The other ones we're ignoring because they just weren't even the best to win last video, so they're not even going to be discussed in this video. Alright, today we have my go-to mac and cheese, which I've mentioned before, Kraft mac and cheese, the cheesiest, the box form. And it is just good. It's creamy, cheesy, definitely top of my list so far. One thing I will note is that Kraft uses double the amount of butter as both of the previous boxes so far. So if you're looking for a healthier version of mac and cheese, the Cabot so far is a really good healthy version. I mean, it's mac and cheese, so it's not healthy, but it does use half the amount of butter as Kraft. But right now, Kraft is on the top of my list. Alright, in this clip, we have Velveeta, the boxed version. The picture that I'm about to show was the only boxed version available at the grocery store, and I'm trying to keep it to one grocery store, so this is the one I'm using. It doesn't add any butter or milk. It just has this cheese glob instead of a cheese powder. We have it's little mini shells rather than the macaroni, which is weird because mac and cheese, so surely it's gotta be macaroni to be mac and cheese, but I guess it's shell and cheese. Yeah, that's not good. It's so fake. Like, the cheese is so fake. It's the worst one so far. At the bottom of the list. Hopefully the next one is better. So now we have some Annie's mac and cheese. Show you the box right here. And here's the mac and cheese completed product. You know, I mean, showing the bowl, they all kind of look the same. Realistically, it's a type of pasta with an orangey, cheesy, yellow sauce. This one is much more specific in how you create the sauce. Normally, I just chuck the butter in, put the pasta back in, put in the cheese packet, and then put in the milk. This one specified how to make the sauce, so I went by how to do that. So it said to put the butter, then butter in the milk, and then the cheese packet on top, stir that together, and then re-add the pasta, stir that together. So we'll see if that makes much of a difference. It was really good. The cheese is really nice. The pasta, that's the highest quality pasta I think I've had so far. And I think it's gonna just barely edge it past Kraft. It's very close, but I think this is just above Kraft as the pasta quality is higher. I think the cheese level and the cheese quality is roughly the same. Milk and butter is the same. So creaminess is good. But I think the pasta quality just gives it that little edge. Alright, up next we have Full Circle Market Organic Mac and Cheese. The box is here. And here is the bowl of mac and cheese. Kind of your normal bowl. Although, I don't know if it comes up well. It's a little soupy. I can't really tilt much more, but it's soupy rather than like adhering to the pasta, which is odd. I'll give it a try. It's an interesting cheese flavor. It tastes natural for sure. The pasta's thicker than most of the mac and cheeses I've had. I think that is the thickest one, at least taste-wise, or texture-wise. It's not the worst. It's not bad, but it's not great either. It's probably gonna fall somewhere in the middle of the list right now. Probably sitting in fourth as of now, but there's still plenty of mac and cheeses to come in this video. Alright, so that picture was a picture of Food Club mac and cheese, which to me seemed like just like a Big Y store brand. I don't know if that's right, but that's what it looked like. I was not able to eat that on camera. I had other things going on at the time, but I did eat it and try it out. It was pretty strictly average. Cheese was kind of bland. Pasta was kind of bland. There was nothing special about it, so it's in the middle bottom portion of my ranking so far. Today we have this pasta, which is a macaroni and cheese from Pasta Roni. And its shell, it takes up a lot of the bowl. It took 15 minutes, I'd say, to cook overall after the water started boiling. The bowl is still dang hot, so I'm going to let that sit for a second. And it suggested to let it sit to let the sauce thicken. So having it sit is not a bad thing. And it was the weirdest cooking instructions I've had so far. You boiled the water, which is normal, but you had the butter in the water as it was boiling. That's new. Then you don't strain it, you just let the water cook off, pretty much, and then add a lot more milk, 2/3 of a cup of milk, and then the cheese packet, and that's it. You bring the heat back up, let it cook again, and you've got mac and cheese. So now, time for the taste test. But it's still very hot. Probably because when I mix everything together, it's still boiling, rather than normally it's not boiling. It's not that good though. It smells better than it tastes. By the smell that it was making when everything was mixing together, I was very excited. But this doesn't taste. I can taste the milk that is in the sauce. There's 2/3 of a cup of milk, which is a lot of dang milk, and I can taste the milk. I can't really taste much cheese. I'll give it another try, as I normally do. Pasta's kind of bland. There's not really cheese there. It kind of just tastes like a milk pasta. So this is going to also end up in the middle bottom of the list. So I have the last boxed mac and cheese for this video, and it is the Cracker Barrel. Plus side to the Cracker Barrel is it serves 4 people. So if you're looking to serve multiple people, this is the biggest serving size so far. And here it is in a mac and cheese form. I always get wary when it comes in the cheese pouch with the slimy cheese, not the powdered cheese. I don't know, for me the powdered cheese normally tastes better, more natural. It's a lot better than I was expecting. There's no fake cheese taste. It's a very subtle cheese taste. I'm gonna go look at my notes, see where this is gonna land. I think that's going to land fourth for now. It's actually good. I like the macaroni. It's not a better cheese than Cabot, Kraft, or Annie's, which are 3, 2, 1. But it's good. So today we have the Full Circle Market frozen mac and cheese. We had the boxed version, but now we're on to the frozen version. I'm just going to pull up my list to see where Full Circle Market is currently in 5th place with the boxed mac and cheese. Here's the box right here, I guess. And here it is in mac and cheese form. Now it's a rice mac and cheese, so it's gluten-free, but it's real cheese. Now I did bake this in the oven, so it took about 30 minutes to make, so about double the time of the boxed mac and cheese, because that's just on the stove top. Give it a try. The cheese is good. The noodles, not that good. Some of them like stuck to the bottom of the thing. Some of them, it's just not cooked evenly because of how it was packaged. The ones that are cooked evenly are good, but unfortunately they're not all cooked evenly, so it is going to go closer to the bottom of the list. The boxed mac and cheese for me was definitely better. So today we have the frozen lean cuisine box right here, and here is the mac and cheese. I'm gonna be honest, looking at it doesn't look the most appealing. This one didn't come with any oven instructions, just microwave. And I was hoping I was away from the microwave days after getting out of the cup part 1 of the mac and cheese, but I'll give it a taste, see what it's like. The cheese is good, but the pasta has definitely been microwaved. Just gotta bring up the list again. I don't know why I don't do that beforehand, because that would be really smart. The pasta really lets it down on this one. It's actually pretty good. If the pasta was probably like cooked like pasta and not microwaved, it'd definitely be up there. But it's gonna be in the middle, lower middle right now. So in this clip, we have Amy's mac and cheese, which I'll show you the box right here. It is currently baking in the oven right now, so as soon as it comes out, I'll give you my review. Alright, this is very visually similar to the last one I had. I mean, it was the same bake procedure, so nothing different there. It does look like it cooked more evenly than the last one. It formed almost like a nice little puff from the cheese in the oven, which the other one didn't do. And it just looks really good. It smells really good. It smelled really good halfway into baking, which is a good sign. It's good. It almost tastes like popcorn. I mean, it's really good. I get a popcorn sensation for some reason. I think it's gonna land, it's close with the Cracker Barrel. I might put it just below Cracker Barrel. I think the cheese is slightly worse than Cracker Barrel. The pasta is good though. It's overall good. This is the best frozen mac and cheese I've had so far. Alright, now I have the Stouffer's frozen mac and cheese, which is right here. And here it is, in the bowl. It doesn't have that strong of a cheese smell. It does have a good pasta smell though, so that's one thing. This was another 40-minute bake in the oven. It's similar to the first frozen, where it didn't quite cook all the way through. Or not, it cooked all the way through. That's the wrong phrase. It didn't cook evenly. So some are soft and pleasant to eat like normal pasta. Others are a bit crunchy. So this is going to end closer to the bottom. The cheese is good, but in a mac and cheese, if the pasta isn't there, it's not going to rate that high. Today we have the Life Cuisine triple cheese mac and cheese. I'll show the box right here. And here is the pasta. Looks more like a ziti and an Alfredo sauce than a mac and cheese. Did smell cheesy while it was getting prepped. This is a frozen one, and it only gave microwave instructions, so we went with the microwave. It's good. The sauce is good. It's definitely an Alfredo. It doesn't taste like a mac and cheese. The pasta is good, especially for the microwave one. It's not super cheesy, although it is tasty. It's gonna be weird because it's not really a mac and cheese. It's gonna be in the lower portion, somewhere middle lower, just because it was good. So it was definitely better than some of the other brands we've had, but it is less mac and cheese than some of the brands we've had. Tonight we have the penultimate mac and cheese. It's gonna be a Martha Stewart mac and cheese with some breadcrumbs, which I'll show you right here. This was an oven mac and cheese, again, frozen, and I don't see the breadcrumbs as like a unfair advantage. I've had breadcrumbs on previous ones in this series so far. It does add a texture, but it's the most basic Martha Stewart mac and cheese that I could find at my local grocery store, and I think it was only right that I did include a Martha Stewart dish, as that is a fairly big name brand. And here it is. There's some breadcrumbs in there, some crispy bits. I'm very excited for this one. It looks really good. It is good. It's not a very strong cheese flavor. Got a really good texture. All the pasta is cooked really well. There's different spice flavor in there that is not cheese. I mean, cheese isn't a spice, but there is a spice in this as well. Well, it's probably just pepper, but like black pepper. This is really good. It's just all around a good mac and cheese. Definitely not the best one, but I'm gonna put it currently in 4th. So it's gonna be just above Cracker Barrel and just below Cabot. Definitely the best frozen one. But there have been better ones so far, but it's in 4th right now, which is pretty good. And we have made it to the final mac and cheese of the video. It is a Marie Callender's frozen mac and cheese. Here's the box right here. And here it is. This one has some breadcrumbs in it as well. This is the final dish. It's annoying, this one. A lot of it stuck to the pan that it comes in, that you cook it in. So you do lose a bit of the pasta. I like the creaminess of it, but I don't really like the cheese. It doesn't taste the best. Considering the pasta probably cooked really unevenly and stuck a lot, the pasta is actually the best part of this one. The cheese doesn't quite taste fake, but also doesn't quite taste real. I don't really know how else to describe that. There's something that just seems little not all real on that cheese taste. It almost tastes like a mix. Like some of it is real cheese and some of it is just like that fake cheese. But that is the last one. Up next, I will have the full ranking list to finish off the video. So for my final rankings, this is only for foods that were in this video and the winner of the previous video. All the way at the bottom, the worst one of the video, Velveeta. Coming up next was the Spicy Cheeto box. This one was surprisingly disappointing, as the winner of the previous video was the Flamin Hot Cheeto cup, but the box was significantly worse. Next is the Lean Cuisine Frozen. Then the last one that we had, the Marie Callender's Frozen. Next is the Frozen Circle Market box. And then the Life Cuisine Frozen and Stouffer's Frozen. A lot of the ones in this middle were fairly similar. Most of them would have one thing wrong with them. Either the cheese sauce wasn't the best or the pasta wasn't the best. Coming in at number 10 is Pasta Roni. At number 9 was the Food Club. At number 8, the winner of the previous video, the Flamin' Hot Cheeto Cup, and significantly above its box. At number 7 is the Full Circle Market. At number 6 is the Frozen Amy's Mac and Cheese. At number 5 was Cracker Barrel. At number 4, and the best frozen one that I had, was the Martha Stewart Frozen. At number 3 was Cabot. At number 2 was Kraft, which is my longtime favorite and like childhood mac and cheese. And at number 1 was the Annie's Mac and Cheese. Annie's Mac and Cheese will be rejoining us in our finale for the journey to find the world's best mac and cheese, as it won this video. The winner, Annie's Mac and Cheese. Let me know what you think of mac and cheese, the mac and cheeses that I tried down below, if there are some that you enjoyed more than I rated them, or some that you think are worse than I rated them. I will be coming back to this series sometime, hopefully next month, where I will be trying things from outside of the supermarkets. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.